what are simple items that hotels can potentially do that are just in-house and that they can come up with their own?
Yeah, I'll take that, Ender. I've come across, and my team's come across a lot of hotels that have, in fact, done their own programs, and we always think that's amazing because it's not easy to do. It takes a lot. We come across a lot of hotels that say we're just about to do our own program, and then 3 years later we check in with them like, no, we haven't done the program yet. So if you actually have your own, kudos to you, because it takes a lot of time and effort to get everyone aligned and to put it out there. But there's a few different variants that we've seen when a property does have their own. One is like a punch card based system, right? So, hey, stay 10 nights and get a free night, and we'll just, mark it off. And that's great for, I would say like entrepreneurs, people who are traveling for business, but oftentimes on their own dime, they can keep coming back to the same property and essentially lessen their rate by getting those free nights. Another version of a homegrown program, this is probably the easiest one to pull off, is, hey, it's just like a few value-added perks that say, hey, join our program and get, and that get is always the same few things. It's free bottled water, free Wi-Fi, which hopefully is free everywhere anyways, but it's still marketed as such. And then it's comp upgrades, early check-in, late checkout, depending on availability, right? And the reason why this is where you see most of the hotels who do their program, they have these things, is because they're all pretty easy to execute. And if it's like, oh yeah, sorry, there's no availability on the upgrade, right? Which oftentimes happens. Now, I argue that that's probably not a good experience for members. And when I was at Starwood, the biggest problem with SPG was the platinums who didn't get their suite or nicer category upgrade. So be careful when you use it. Make sure you actually do recognize those people and give them that upgrade, even if it's not available. Like even if it's like maybe spoken for, or you think you're going to sell it that night, like give them that bit. It'll create loyalty. And then the last part, well, there's two more. I see a lot of times the hotel offering like an Amazon gift card at check-in. So like, hey, book a stay with us and you'll get a $20 Amazon card, which is, again, that's probably the easiest one to execute, I'd say, of all of them. But it's costly because you don't have the ability, because it's like, if you book it and it has Amazon card and they don't remember to give it to you at check-in, you're going to be pissed. So don't try and get breakage by forgetting to offer them at the front desk. And the second piece about that is a lot of time, that value doesn't flex with the length of the stay. So if I'm a one-night stayer and it's a $100 thing and I have a $20 gift card, that's a freaking costly thing for me as the hotel. If I'm a 3 or 4 night stay, it's probably perfect. If I'm a 7-night stay and it's giving me like $3 a night or $2.85 per night on my gift card, for sure the OTAs programs are going to seem much more attractive, right? So there's a limitation on the flexibility of that gift card type program. And you got to remember, like at the front desk, you got to make sure that no one's giving it out to their friend. There's like a fraud thing. There's a lot of stuff that goes around with it, right? Again, none of this is easy, but some are easier than others. And then more recently, like I'd say over the past year and a half, the member rates piece, a lot of the booking engine technologies have been able to, started with the chains, of course, and then the independent space, providers for booking engines have started to give member rates functionality. They call it private rates or member rates. And that's a way of saying, hey, there's a better rate available to you as a loyalty member, but really it's just like anyone, right? They're trying to go after the channel loyalty. And one word of caution on that is it's great, but I can't tell you how many times that the member rate's actually higher than bar. It's so funny because it doesn't really flex, right? So, you're like, okay, I'll go log in, boom, boom, comes back like, wait a second, log out. It's way higher than it was before. So just a word of caution. But that's what I've seen out there, those 4 types of programs.
It's a perceived benefit, right, Jim?
Yeah, exactly. It's like you probably had rental cars, right, where you had the special promo code for like, whatever, and you put that code in and somehow it's higher. Like, oh no, but you have all this other stuff that you don't need in there, but so it's higher cost.
Yeah. Awesome.